What's up, everybody? I am Jackie Terry, and welcome to another episode of Elevate Your Game. And this is where I teach you key entrepreneur tips to elevate your way to success. So, these are quotes, like I said before, that I looked up personally and took the time to write down and study and give back to you. You see, it's all about sharing the knowledge and sharing the wisdom. You never know who you'll be able to help out with this type of knowledge and wisdom. So my job is to teach you, to motivate you, to show you, and even execute with you and help you accomplish your goals. So without further ado, let's get started right now. So we're going to start with the first quote is, the only way to truly build wealth in this country is to invest in your idea or somebody else's idea. So many people are copying others instead of asking themselves, who am I? Who has God called me to be? What is my assignment here on earth? You see, sometimes you have to get out of your present environment. You have to get out. You have to get out the environment that isn't serving you and see what's out there. Realize that you can have it too. There's nothing out of reach. Follow the blueprint to successful people. To me, you have to find things that you love to do. Things that are fun. This is fun to me, just going out doing videography, photography work, and just talking in front of you guys like this. I love it. You see, attention eventually builds habit. When you are surrounded by energy, but dense foods in most of our communities, such as has non-traditional foods like Popeyes, McDonald's, that hold no nutrient value at all. Right? There's no nutrient value at all in these foods. We don't realize how mentally we connected are to these foods. We're mentally connected. See, I was so busy fighting who I used to be, I had to accept who I was and who I was becoming. My body and spirit were preparing me for the version I am today, so I could be the sharpest at what I do. This has to be a conscious choice, though. Change starts when that person says to themselves, I have to make this change. You see, the support from your spouse has to be there, and that's a non-negotiable. Once you have the skill set, it's in your brain. It's in there forever. God prepared me for what's coming next. Now I can reap the rewards of the goals I have accomplished. You see, people approach school based on a salary principle. They think, I can make $100,000 a year. When really, you can make $100,000 a day by learning the right skill set. Your focus needs to be on a skill set right now. In 2025, your focus needs to be on a skill set right now. I don't care if your focus is on stocks or sales. If you're good at one thing, it can pay you handsomely. Learn a skill set and remain consistent, and do not quit. I repeat, do not quit at all. The job of the rich is to protect, preserve, and avoid taxes. Success leaves clues. Follow the blueprint. Wealthy people all have multiple accounts. They open 3 savings accounts and title them differently. Put yourself in a space of a wealthy man or a wealthy woman. You can be just like that. read what they experience what they experience, and they travel where they travel. If I walk into a room and you say something I don't know, I'm going to Google it. I'm going to find out what that word means. You see, sometimes you have to be in an environment that doesn't look like you, a place that stretches you, where you're the smallest person in the room. Everything you see is attainable. You can definitely attain it, but you have to get out your present environment and see something different. You get into these different circles, all right? I encourage you to be uncomfortable in these rooms. I dare you to be uncomfortable in these rooms. Realize you are the small person for now, but this exposes you to do things you don't see. If you're comfortable with the same people you've been around, you need to get away from that. My understanding of what is possible for people I serve comes from what I saw and experienced. I executed every single process I was taught. Now, people borrow my belief because I was able to see something they may never see. Everything I do is with the intention of being the best. Let me say that again. Everything I do is with the intention of being the best. Where the ball has dropped for a lot of people is they expect instant success. What work have you put in? What did you do to solidify your success? Just because you haven't gained followers on social media doesn't mean you should drop your efforts. You have to keep posting consistently over and over again. Over and over again, I'm dropping reels and videos. You have to be consistent. Do you ever hear, post me, post this flyer up, when they don't even have it up on their page? People have to understand that success takes time. You have to put in the work. You have to. Anything you are doing in your life would be better if you simply communicate it better. Anytime we hear a term we don't see ourselves, we love to resist it because of self-identity. You see, I'm taking raw ideas you have and putting them into containers for you. I'm putting your words in containers where people can hear, see, and make a decision to buy from you. You see, in order for Michael Jordan, to win his first championship basketball game, he didn't just need to get better at basketball. He had to get stronger. If most people want to improve at sales and marketing, they think they just need to create more content. But that's not the case. You have to improve on all of your skills. Clear communications comes from a clear mind. Most people are so unclear, they're rambling. Just being loud doesn't mean quality. Neutral economic communication. Let me say that again. Neutral economic communication is how the brain processes your thoughts and ideas. Companies understand this. That's why they use colors and know how to hold people's attention. Here's an example. I'm going to give you an example of this. The Super Bowl, right? It was a couple months ago. Intention is so much expensive that people will pay $7 million for just 30 seconds of your attention. Commercials are the format for how they place words so you can see and hear them making a buying decision. That's economic communication. Commercials are nothing more than properly placed communication, and people will pay $70 million for 30 seconds of it. In commercials, you're not guessing what to say. Everything is intentional, right? Everything is intentional. What's bad communication? If you don't validate who we are, people won't be able to clarify the information you're about to give. And I'm going to give you an example of this. If you're a realtor and you say, realtors who aren't closing deals are asking me, you have to validate the information first. Here's another example. If people are doing challenges but can't get anyone to buy, they should ask people who are doing challenges and can't stay for 5 days, ask me this question. Now you validate the information with communication. The small, subtle pieces changes how much money you make. Validate your information first before you start the topic. The biggest mistake you can make is sales if you want to get into real estate but have no money or bad credit and you're trying to sell a product that nobody buys. Look at who you're talking to. Now when you change that and say, if you have $5,000 to $10,000 to invest to learn real estate, now you're speaking to your target audience. People aren't going to listen if they don't have the amount to invest. If you are trying to hold people's attention on social media, podcasts, newsletters, and etc., one of the best frameworks is an anticipation hook, right? An anticipation hook could be, in 2025, everything that used to work won't work anymore. There are 3 things that you have to do if you want to make money. The psychological part of all this is that now people will anticipate those 3 things. How many times should you use an anticipation hook, right? That's a commonly asked question. I would use the anticipation hook when I'm going in and out of the conversation. First, I'll introduce the anticipation hook, then teach the actual topic. I will tell them something they can do, something they can physically do. Then I will humanize it by sharing what other people are doing and the mistakes I made. Now you humanize the whole speech. This doesn't have to be 30 seconds. It could be from a stage. Another example of an anticipation hook. There's no way I can tell you how I went from a food truck to 8 million business in 60 seconds. There's no way I can tell you. But I can tell you one thing, that you can make 1 million this year if you follow these instructions. You see, you intentionally not say the second hook. The audience has asked about the next question. Within 2 days of working together, I can help you enhance your ClickFunnels speech and make it better. So there are many different speaking types, such as stealth speaker, motivational speaker, inspirational speaker, and teacher presenter. Just like music has genres, you don't want to play Jay-Z in the same category as Beyonce. Jay-Z mixes rap music, Beyonce mixes R&B. Speakers are often in different genres. I'm not a motivational or inspirational speaker. I communicate in a way that specifically teaches people how to make a decision either to buy something or make a decision that can change the rest of their lives. There's a reason why people don't take action. There's something internal that stops them. If you're talking to someone like this, you have to approach them with deep empathy. You need to understand the psychology of what makes this person think this way. How do you create an enhancement story with an audience that doesn't know you or trust you? Your enhancement story can be the inner dialogue you have within yourself. The inner dialogue is a thought you had before making a decision. For example, I invested, that's the action I took. But to create an enhancement story, you need to share the thoughts you had before you invested. That's the inner dialogue. That's how you enhance the story. An enhancement story is using vivid words to describe your feelings. For example, if you say, I have a headache, to enhance that story, you would say, it feels like I have nails driving through my head. Now you enhance the story. You see, these are all topics that I looked up, right? That can help you become a better communicator, become a better entrepreneur, become a better version of yourself, right? Listen to this every day. Dig deep into what I'm saying, what I'm telling you. These quotes are all worth it, right? Whatever you speak becomes a part of you. Words are so powerful. So if you're watching something on TV, jot it down. Put it into your notes. Note takers are money makers. And then when you do that, I want you to say it. I want you to internalize it. I want you to really, really feel it. Because the words you speak becomes a part of who you are. So whether you're watching YouTube, watch something that's going to educate you. Watch something that's going to better you as a person, that's going to fulfill you closer to your goals and aspirations. Then write it down. Then say it. Then talk about it in front of a camera like I'm doing. It's all worth it. The more you learn, the more you earn, right? And whatever you tune into, you turn into. Whatever you entertains you, trains you, right? We have to have discipline. With discipline brings purpose. With discipline brings execution. With execution brings results. And results always are going to bring value, because when you become valuable, you actually become important. And the important person in the room will always be the best person in the room, because now you have a value to offer somebody else other than yourself. I am Jackie Terry, and if you like this video, go ahead and drop it a like, go ahead and subscribe, go ahead and listen to it again. It's my job to keep sharing the knowledge and to keep putting out videos like this so you can become a better version of yourself. You can become the entrepreneur you wanted to be for years. And I'm here to help. If you want to call me, if you want to message me, I'm here to help. We could set up a conference call and I will give my gift to you. I will give you all my secrets. All of them. Because we're only stronger together. I'm Jackie Terry.